on Twitch. Thank you very much for sticking around for the show for tonight. We'll be getting going on Facebook here in, excuse me, just a little bit. I really hope that you are avoiding the plague that is going around at this point. Whatever it is, this is not COVID, but whatever I've got is much less worse than a lot of folks I know have been having troubles with in the course of just the last couple of days. So cover those coughs, wear that mask again, just to be on the safe side. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face after touching public handrails, doorknobs, stuff like that. Just please be very careful, because it has been a lot of around Chattanooga. It seems to be taking hold around here a lot worse than what is usually going on at this time of the year. So my voice is pretty well strained, so this may be a shorter weather blog for tonight, depending on what happens, just to make certain that I've got enough voice for News 12 at 11 o'clock. Okay, audio is looking good, no problem there. So let's go ahead and get started. It is the new year, the first weather blog of the new year, and it is decently quiet for now. We've got a bunch of graphics to go through tonight to talk about what's going to be going on with the forecast, because we do have the potential of some winter weather coming on through. Not a lot. We have some rainfall tomorrow, winter weather as we go into the next couple of days. We'll time that out for you in just a little bit, so stay tuned for more there. Got questions, concerns, comments, email me. If you're on Twitch, the email address down at the bottom portion of your screen. If you're looking for it on Facebook, I don't have it on this graphic, but it's AONEK, Onek at WDEF.com. By the way, I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Onek in Chattanooga, Tennessee at News 12 in downtown. If you are wanting to know more about the forecast, head to our website at WDEF.com, which is where we post our poll to and everything else, weather overtimes as well, if you'd like to go ahead and take a look and see more about what's going on there. All right, I've blathered on long enough. Let's go ahead and get started and show you a little bit more about what is coming up in the course of the next couple of days. For the Almanac page today, we did manage to hit right about smack on normal. This is about as typical as early January gets into and around the area. Forgot to mention that if you're on Twitch or Facebook, drop any comments or questions on Twitch. Go to the stream chat. On Facebook, just go to the comments section and give us an idea as to what's on your mind. If it's about weather, we'll try to answer the question. If we can't answer it, well, we'll do our best to send you someplace that can, so let us know. 50 and 30, the high and low temperature today. Record high of 70, which was set just last year, 1 year ago today, so a very warm period of time there, and a record low of 0 set back in 1928. If you go to our weather poll page, WDEF.com/vote now, the question is all about the record low temperature for January, so if you'd like to vote in that before we shut it down, go ahead and head on through there, and you can get that taken care of as well. Our new sponsor, welcoming aboard Langley Roofing, for giving us our new sponsorship for the year. Thanking everybody at West Shore Home for the sponsorship over the years. Langley Roofing, our new sponsor for our weather window picture of the day. Starting off with Sierra Johnson from the area around Tunnel Hill, taking a picture of what looks to be a mockingbird on a branch. Thank you very much for sending that in. And if you've got pictures, we would love to see what you've got out there. Go ahead and send them in to us at pictures@WDEF.com, and you can drop them to our social media pages as well. Again, you don't have to use your name. You can be anonymous. You can use a made-up name, your user internet handle on the web. You can just say, don't use my name, and we won't use it. But if you want to send it in to us, pictures@WDEF.com. And, of course, you can drop them to us on our social media pages as well. So go ahead and check in for some more information on there. Tomorrow, heading to the bus stop. If you have a bus stop going on, the update didn't come through on this. Apologies there, but there is a good chance of rain for the kids heading home tomorrow. And again, decently on the frosty side, starting things up as we go for the morning hours, so make certain to scrape that entire windshield clean, as we will be looking for some fairly cool numbers. Lee Point around Highway 153, traffic down at the bottom of your screen beneath the banner on the Plainview outdoor advertising camera. The Chattanooga Airport seen back off toward the right-hand side of the screen. A beautiful sunset from earlier on tonight, so a nice view from the area there. Bailey's Heating and Air camera looking out toward Lookout Mountain off in the distance, and again some good clear air, but a lot of cloud cover over the area. The reason for that coming up in just a little bit. Apologies for reaching over through the screen and turning my attention away from the cameras, but that's the way I can change our camera settings around, by activating them on that computer that's showing Twitch TV recording going on. From the area around Ruby Falls, showing again some brightly lit up just right after the holiday lights still going on. Beautiful view there. Traffic, no problem at all from earlier on. Around the area of the Chattanooga Theater Center. We'll get to that in a minute. Construction has started back up again, it looks like, into and around the area of I-24, 75 north, heading to I-24. Have to get back in the swing of things here for that. It also looks like way back over to around, let me make certain I'm pointing at the right thing on here. If you notice, right back through here, we are seeing a little bit more in the way of a problem taking place with traffic backed up here. Let me just do a quick check with TDOT to make certain we're not getting anything huge going on. Looks like just backed up traffic going through that construction area. So 75 north to 24 west, that in and of itself not doing too bad for now. And then off to 75 north as 24 east heads that direction. Looks like we got that backup sitting right underneath the bridge. It doesn't look like it's moving too quickly at this time, so maybe some problems there. But TDOT not showing an active accident scene, so definitely good news for travelers at that location. Chattanooga Zoo camera from the Asian Lantern Festival, looking at the hospital, Erlinger over on 4th Street. Hopefully your New Year's activities did not involve a trip to the emergency room. Let's hope everybody was decently careful out there. And I believe the Asian Lantern Festival wraps up relatively soon, so you got a little bit of time to get out and see those spectacular lights in and around the zoo. Tennessee River like glass for this evening. We're not getting any winds out there, so no wind chill and nothing really ruffling the surface of the river at this time, so definitely good news on that. And the holiday lights still up on the pedestrian bridge, so very good visibility, no problems at all being seen through much of the area. Temperatures as we go toward the top of the hour, we're back in the 30s. Winds are calm, so we don't have a lot going on at this time with anything involving a huge amount of problems. Regional temperatures, chilly but not overly Arctic blast-ish. We're not showing anything here in the way of major amounts of problems, so good news there. For the continued amount of moisture, all we have really is just some clouds coming our direction, and that's really about all that we've got right now. The chances of rain are increasing as we go into Wednesday, as we look back with some potential of scattered showers here. That is going to be our next storm system coming on through. We'll talk about that coming up here in just a little bit. What we're looking for right now is, again, high pressure well in control. This area that you're looking at into and around here, that brown line from the Great Lakes down to Texas, that's called a trough, T-R-O-F. It's just basically a stretched out area of low pressure. It was a cold front, but when it falls apart, washes out in the atmosphere, there's just enough definition to pick up where the line is, but it really doesn't do much of anything for us in the way of changing weather. Note also that we've got high pressure on both sides, so there's little, if anything, going on at this time. What we're looking for is for this area of low pressure across the now western Gulf of Mexico. That is going to be heading up our direction, and that is going to be giving us the potential for some showers as all that moisture gets a little bit closer to where we are, but we're not looking for a lot out there for now. Going through the next 72 hours, high pressure scoots off to the east, allowing that trough to get a little bit closer to us and bringing us some moisture coming up from the Gulf. It's not that much, and I doubt we're going to be picking up much of anything tomorrow that's going to cause any problems. Much more rain down to the south and to the east of us, and that's really going to be just about it for right there. We see again the cold front, the next cold front, the stronger cold front arrive Thursday morning. That gives us again some cooler conditions into the early portion of Thursday, so another cool day coming up on Thursday. Going into Friday, high pressure continues in control up to the north of us and keeps things decently dry for right now. But what we're going to see is that high pressure scoot off to the east and make its way over and toward the east coast into the western Atlantic. Now, watch this. As we watch the area way down here, that is where the next storm system begins to arrive. By Friday night, Saturday morning, more potential of scattered showers coming up from the Gulf, and that is also where we see that next best chance of rainfall. But what we're also going to be looking for as the system approaches, cold enough air, it's already in the mid-30s at the surface, so as we go just a few hundred, maybe 1,000 feet up, it's not going to take much for this moisture to change over to some form of snow in the higher elevations. So for right now, let me stop this real quick and then go from there. We're looking at this system making its way through the area early Saturday morning, and that means possibility this will be the next best chance of anything involving rainfall coming up. It's what's going to happen to that moisture as it gets pushed upslope and gets really cool. Now that is where we see the potential of more rainfall coming our direction here. Paul Esposito on Facebook, thanks for stopping by. A lot of rain on Saturday. Right now it looks like some, maybe enough to soak down the roadways. Right now it does not appear to be too much of a concern. It could be a little breezy as the storm system comes on through, but I think we're not looking at anything involving a deluge anytime soon, so that's good news as we see the storm system pass. But what we are more concerned about more than anything else is going to be the potential of more snowfall coming on through. Now, the first round is going to be coming up as we go from Wednesday into Thursday. This latest forecast update has really tamped down the possibility of any snow showers out there. So this area, that north central Georgia, the Carolinas, that was seeing some snowfall sticking around to about Thursday at noon. But as of right now, as of this update, well, we're showing this to you, the latest updates came on through, all that snowfall has been removed for that first round from that weaker system passing just south of us to Wednesday into Thursday. Now, that second storm system, the computer models don't do all that great with snowfall 5 to 7 days out. The closer models like this one, 1 to 3 days out, that's a lot better for predicting snowfall than, say, a week. So in the next couple of days, as we get closer to the target zone, we'll be able to say a little bit more about what we might be looking at as we get into the possibility of some snow for the higher elevations and maybe some sloppy travel coming up as we get into Saturday. Really just kind of all depends for right now, but for the most part, we just don't see too much of anything in the way of a problem for immediately into Wednesday and Thursday, so that's good news. But stay tuned to News 12. We'll keep you updated on what we may be looking for coming up as we go into the course of the next couple of days. Excuse me for 1 second while I just make one change here. We will be seeing the possibility of some more showers coming up, and here's the way everything kind of works out for now. Again, Wednesday into Thursday, that will be our best chance of rainfall coming up. Such as it is, we're looking at rain tomorrow between noon and roughly sunsets, and even then we're not looking at much for the time being. We do see a dry day coming up on Thursday and Friday, and then as we get into and around the area of the weekend, that's where we see more chances of showers with partly cloudy, call it a cloud-sun mix for Sunday. Into Monday will clear out again, but notice what happens to the temperatures when we start heading back upwards again. Some very mild numbers coming up as we get into the second week of January. So that is looking a lot better there. More chances of showers coming up next Tuesday, but way too warm for anything but rainfall. So Wednesday into Thursday, limited amounts of moisture, maybe some snowflakes in with the raindrops at the higher elevations. And then as we go into Saturday, that's where we pick up more chances of rain. Cold enough, it looks like, I would say, way up top, several thousand feet up. Appalachians, Cumberland Plateau, maybe some more snow showers coming on through there, but the numbers don't pan out for anything really huge, especially we need a lot colder weather. It's been very warm at the surface, the soil absorbing that heat, so anything that were to form on maybe the grassy and the dirt areas, there's probably not a lot out there to give us a potential of anything really sticking around for now. That could change if we get enough colder weather, but right now into next week, that's not really winter weather related type temperatures. So I'm really just not seeing too much of anything there that could be causing anything in the way of a problem. So decently quiet again as for right now. All right, let's do a couple of updates. That pretty well takes care of what's going on with the weather situation. If you are in the area around 1974, we are approaching the 50th anniversary of the super tornado outbreak of April 3rd and 4th in 1974. The National Weather Service in Morristown, which covers part of this area, wants you and your video and your remembrances and anything else that you can help out. They're going to put together a story map presentation. We just passed the 30th anniversary of the superstorm of 93, which coincidentally is going to be part of our weather question on our weather poll tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But if you've got documentary type stuff, if you've got pictures, if you've got debris, if you've got remembrances, recordings, audio, video, anything like that of going through that, because that affected this area of the country and areas back up toward Ohio, in the Ohio River Valley, quite a lot. If you've got anything like that, contact jeremy.buckles at NOAA, NOAA.gov, NOAA.gov. It's kind of hard getting back into the swing of things after doing so many morning shows. But if you've got the remembrances, they would love to be able to show them in this presentation as a remembrance and sort of a nice little documentary type situation. So if you were here for that or know someone who was, make certain they contact Mr. Buckles at National Weather Service Morristown. They would love to know more about what's going on there. If you are in the Chattanooga area and you are going to be, let me see, well, I thought I had it here someplace. Okay, pardon me for this. I thought I had this loaded up already. I guess not. So here we go. All right, if you were in the Chattanooga, Hamilton County area, put this on your calendar. Skywarn training, free. Your tax dollars, my tax dollars pay for it. This is a great opportunity to learn about severe weather. I've seen kids as young as 6 or 7 take these classes because they really do help kids to get a grip on a situation. Severe weather can seem very out of control, sort of a maddening type of a whirling, dangerous situation, especially when you're younger. So if you have a kid in your family, your extended family, teachers, knowing students that might benefit from this, urge them to please take the next Skywarn training session for Chattanooga and Hamilton County residents, taught by the National Weather Service in Morristown. Again, it's totally free, but if you could register for a seat to show them how many people are coming to the event, so if they need to get a bigger place at CHI Memorial Stadium, or if they need to hold more than one Skywarn training session out there, please go to the website at weather.gov/MRX, and that'll help them know more about who's coming and how many spaces to arrange to make sure that they can fit everybody in. These last about an hour and a half. They depend on how many people ask questions, how many answers the National Weather Service gives back. It's a great opportunity to find out more, and they teach you what you need to know so that if you can call back in the information to the National Weather Service in Morristown, that information that you provide can help them plot where the storm's going and tell on the weather wires and the updates on social media and people like me here at News 12 what's going on so we can tell everybody else what's happening. Your information by being a Skywarn spotter can save a life or can help somebody be convinced that it's time to take shelter. So please consider becoming a Skywarn volunteer. The more volunteers we have on the National Weather Service rolls, you have your phone number that you can call the National Weather Service. They also can call you and say, hey, you're in the area of downtown Chattanooga, Ottawa, Dalton, wherever. And they can call and say, are you in this location? What are you seeing? And you can be their eyes and ears. And that really matters. So something to think about. I tell every single school group I go to, with the exception of the kindergartners, because this is a little bit over their heads for everything. But I do tell the kids, this looks awfully good on a resume to show that you volunteered for Skywarn as you were growing up. Show as an employer, to me, it would show to me that I am able to trust you by putting that extra effort in to think about something other than yourself. You're thinking about the community, you're thinking about people other than you, to say, hey, I'm seeing this, this is what's happening, go to shelter because I'm looking at this. So something to think about on that. So again, please register at weather.gov/MRX for more information. Now, if you would like to take the training but are not able to do so because you are not in a place that is offered for a training session, go to the UCAR, University Council Center for Atmospheric Research, in their Comet Meteorological Education Program and take the Skywarn class online. Then you can register with the National Weather Service office when you have an opportunity to take the classes. Go to www.meted.ucar.edu, and that way you can be ready to go when there's actual taught out there. No, we're going through the next couple of months. That will be when the National Weather Service offers the bulk of its Skywarn training. Again, it's for certain areas, but if you can take the closest one to you, register to show up. That, again, will help with planning purposes. But if you can take the class that's closest to you, they're going to love the fact that you chose to get there and volunteer and to help out on stuff like that. So please consider that. All right, a couple of astronomical things going on. The next big meteor shower is going to be peaking in about the next 48 hours. It's called the Quadrantids, and it comes from a portion of the sky from about 4 different constellations. There used to be a constellation back in the middle of all this where the radiant comes from, where all the meteors seem to come out of, between the Big Dipper or Big Bear, depending on which one you think about, Ursa Major, Draco the Dragon, Hercules the hero, and Bootes the shepherd. That is where we're looking for this. And again, that's roughly out of the northeast, roughly in that general direction. The moon will be 3/4 gone, so it'll be almost time for moonlight to not really be a problem. This can be one of the better meteor showers of the year. At peak, at the zenith of the sky, you might wind up with 60 to 120 meteors per hour. The clouds will be a problem, but the numbers on the cloud cover will drop off quickly on Thursday morning, very early. So there's still a possibility to see some very good amounts of meteors out there. But tonight into tomorrow and early, very early Thursday morning, while the clouds are still here, may not see much of anything whatsoever. But at least you'll be able to see better past midnight into very early Thursday morning. So please consider that. A couple of things from local Barnard Astronomical Society. If you got or know somebody to whom you gave a telescope for the holiday gift-giving season, the Barnard Astronomical experts are holding their annual How to Use Your New Telescope meeting, and this is going to be January 20th, 3 to 6 p.m. at Outdoor Chattanooga at the Philip Grimes Center, 200 River Street in Chattanooga. You can find out a lot more by going to their website, barnardastronomy.org. A great opportunity as they teach you, bring your telescope with you, and then they can show you what the functions are, how to properly focus it, how to clean it, how to care for it, all that type stuff. So this is a great opportunity to do so. Again, Barnard Astronomical Society at barnardastronomy.org, and that's coming up again January 20th That'll be in just about 2.5 weeks. That'll be Saturday, 3 to 6 p.m., January 20th. So please, if you got the telescope and you want to get into amateur astronomy, it's a great hobby. No matter the size of the telescope, or even if you got the big binoculars, going out and taking a look for things like comets, asteroids, meteors, shooting stars, if you want to call them that, or just looking at planets and just seeing what there is to see out there. It's a great way to get kids introduced to science. It's really great around here, especially because we don't have a lot of sky shine. So our dark sky sites around here are pretty numerous and a great place to go and see the heavens. And this is one way you can do a little bit more about that. They're also having a star party. I didn't have time to get that involved here, so there will be the potential of more of that coming up. Let me see if I still have that going on. The Harrison Bay Star Party will be, and let me see if that comes over here. There we go. The Harrison Bay Star Party will be coming up a week ahead of that, January 13th at Harrison Bay State Park in the Recreation Hall parking lot. That from 5:30 to 10 p.m. Hopefully it'll be good weather for that. If it's cold and clear, there should be a lot of great things to see through the telescopes. So more information, again, find out more at Barnard Astronomical Society's website, barnardastronomy.org. Great amount of information right there to take a look at. Carlos Yates, welcome to the show from Memphis. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see somebody from the old stomping grounds taking a look around here. And thanks for stopping by the show. Thanks to everybody on Twitch TV as well for joining up and following along with what is going on. We'll have more on the astronomical stuff, again, as we go through the next several days and weeks, so stay tuned for more there. Looking at a frosty start to the morning. Get prepared for a lot of frost on the windshield, so please remember to bundle up if you're going to be heading outdoors for anything. With those chances of rain tomorrow, outdoor stuff is really not going to be all that fun. So mid-40s for highs, breezy northeasterly winds, and a chance of rain in the afternoon. That, to me, says indoors with a good hot cup of coffee or cocoa, listening to jazz on the stereo, and putting your feet up and reading for a while. So maybe indoors is a good bet, but if you're an outdoor person and you want to get out, be prepared for that rain out there, what there is of it, and we'll be watching for more of that rain coming on through. Likewise, with the golfing situation, you and the Gopher and Spackler are out there keeping track of things. Caddyshack, it's a movie. Kids, ask your parents. Mid-40s, not the greatest day for going out for an 18-hole round, so definitely want to bundle up and get ready to go on that. That should do it for tonight, and I'm going to call quits on this for now while we have the opportunity to do so. Looks like our internet signal is somehow getting a little clunky, and we've been on here for half an hour already, so we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Plus, I got to save some voice for News 12 at 11, so definitely want to stay tuned there for more details on that. Me and Andrew Harrison, and Dave Staley is back helping us with sports as everybody is out on holiday vacation and following the bowl games and doing all sorts of stuff. So welcome Dave Staley back coming up later on. Be glad to have Dave back with us for a little bit tonight, and we'll have more details again coming up on the forecast. Chip Chapman has your forecast bright and early on Wednesday morning starting at 5 a.m., so he'll be giving you a better update on what's going on with the rain as we go into the next couple of days. That'll wrap it up from downtown Chattanooga. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Onek. Again, updates on the forecast and all of our weather video blog updates from Weather Overtime available at WDEF.com/weather if you'd like to see more out there. Again, more with Chip Chapman in the morning. I'll be back with you tomorrow afternoon. Thanks for stopping by, everybody on Twitch and Facebook, and we'll talk to you again coming up tomorrow evening. Everybody, please be safe. Let's all be careful out there as we see that rain come in for tomorrow. Thanks for joining us.